Are you sure you're the one raising the dog? Or is it actually the one running the house? From the fur-covered sofa to the pillow you sleep on every night, now claimed as its personal territory, your little dog seems to have quietly taken over every corner of your life. Seeing it sit proudly in the middle of the living room, have you ever wondered, has your unconditional love for it gone a bit too far? Because sometimes what we think is love may actually lead to dependency, stubbornness, and a dog that's no longer quite itself. In this video, we'll explore 11 subtle yet crucial signs to help you find out whether you're raising your dog with smart love or slowly turning it into a spoiled child. Because a spoiled dog isn't always as happy as you might think. Chateau. Sign 1. Your dog owns every corner of the house. Ever come home and find your dog sprawled across the sofa like a tiny king? Or curled up in your exact sleeping spot? Cute, right? But that could be a sign your dog thinks it owns the place. At first it's just comfort, but once boundaries blur, roles begin to shift. Sit in its spot and you'll get that glaring look that says, "Hey, this is my territory." Experts say when dogs control space, they can develop possessive behaviors, even growling at their owners. The fix is gentle. Use treats to teach the off command and give them a cozy space of their own. That way, they'll still feel loved, but you remain the true boss at home. Now tell me, who got out of bed first this morning, you or them? Because if the answer is them, the next sign might surprise you even more. Sign 2. That look they give you when you're eating. You're having a meal, and those round, pleading eyes are locked on every bite. One head tilt, one lip lick, and your heart melts. Okay, just a little piece. Sound familiar? That's actually one of the most effective manipulation tricks of a spoiled dog. According to the American Veterinary Society, feeding dogs from the table can lead to food obsession and even aggression when they're not given a share. Over time, they stop recognizing the boundary between your meals and theirs. The solution? Simple. Give them their own food, on a schedule, and don't give in to those eyes. A dog that learns to wait is a happy dog because it's loved through structure, not snacks. And if you think that look is irresistible, the next sign might show your love is turning into full-on dependency. Sign 3. Your dog follows you everywhere you leave the room. It follows. You sit down to work, it's under your desk. You go to the bathroom, it waits outside the door. That kind of devotion melts hearts, but sometimes that intense attachment isn't affection, it's dependency. Dogs are pack animals, and you're their pack. Being near you brings them comfort, but if their entire world revolves around your presence, that's not love, it's separation anxiety. When you're gone, they may bark, scratch doors, or chew furniture, just to get your attention. Many owners think, "Oh, they just love me so much," but it's really anxiety. According to behavior expert John Bradshaw, dogs need to learn independence early to build confidence. Start small, leave the room for a few minutes, reward calm behavior when you return. Eventually, they'll understand. You'll come back, just not right away. Loving your dog doesn't mean being with them every second. Sometimes a little space helps both of you grow stronger. And if you think just being together is enough, the next sign shows that love also needs boundaries. Sign 4. Demanding cuddles anytime, anywhere. You're watching a movie, suspense builds, then a wet nose nudges your hand. Fluffy fur rubs your arm, and those sparkly eyes say, "Forget the movie, cuddle me." You drop the remote, smile, and say, "Okay, come here." It's adorable, but what if it's not about affection, but control? Dogs are smart. If they learn they can get cuddles with just a look or a nudge, they'll do it all the time. According to expert Patricia McConnell, when dogs are rewarded with affection every time they demand it, they start seeing love as a right, not a privilege. And if you ever say, "Not now," they might bark, nibble, or paw at you until they win. The key is patience. Only give cuddles when they're calm, not when they're demanding. Teach wait or not now, and reward restraint. That way, every cuddle becomes a joy, not a negotiation. Because true love isn't about how often you hug them, it's about knowing they're loved, even from across the room. Sign 5. A mountain of toys, but still bored. Ever looked into your dog's toy basket and thought, "Whoa, how did it get this full?" Rubber balls, chew bones, squeaky toys, stuffed animals, and somehow your dog still prefers chewing on your slippers. It's funny at first, but it's also a clear sign of being overindulged. We love our dogs, so we want to give them the best. But too many toys can actually backfire. Like kids with an overflowing toy chest, dogs can lose interest when nothing feels special anymore. According to PetMD, overexposure to stimulation lowers a dog's ability to focus or entertain itself. Everything is always available, so nothing feels exciting. The fix? Rotate toys weekly. Put some away, then reintroduce them like new gifts. That little surprise sparks real joy. More importantly, play with your dog, because to them, the best toy of all is you. If you ever realize you've spent more on dog toys than on yourself, smile. You're not alone. But if the toys aren't in control, the leash might be. Sign 6. Walks you instead of the other way around. It's a beautiful morning. You grab the leash and think, let's get some fresh air. But just a few steps in, you realize you're not walking the dog. It's walking you. It pulls left, then right, stops to sniff every patch of grass, and you just follow along like its personal assistant. A little freedom is good. Dogs need to explore. But if this happens every time, you're teaching them you're in charge of this walk. The Association of Professional Dog Trainers, APDT, warns that dogs who lead all walks tend to be more anxious and reactive when their control is challenged. The trick is balance. Mix exploration time with follow time. Let them sniff with your okay, but also call them back when needed. Sometimes, just being the one who starts and ends the walk is enough for them to realize, oh, you're the one in charge. And if you think it's a small thing, wait for the next sign. You may realize it's you who's being trained. Sign 7. Your schedule follows their demands. You're still half asleep when you hear paws at the door. It wants to go out, eat, or just wake you up because it's time. At first it's sweet. Aw, it missed me. But soon your entire routine revolves around them. You eat late so you don't disturb their nap. You cancel coffee plans because you don't want to leave them alone too long. Sounds like love, but really, you're losing your own boundaries. While they're learning, they can control your rhythm. Animal behaviorist Dr. Karen Overall says dogs that are always prioritized can develop a sense of entitlement, leading to anxiety when things don't go their way. So, gently flip the roles. Change walk times, meal times, and play times here and there. At first, your dog may be confused, but soon they'll learn to adapt, and more importantly, they'll trust you more for being the one steering the ship. And if you're thinking, it's fine as long as they're happy, wait until the next sign, because too much attachment can make them fear the world. Sign 8. They can't be anywhere without you. From the living room to the kitchen, even the bathroom, they follow. At first it's cute, but eventually the constant shadow starts to feel intense. You think, they just love me. But in truth, it's often rooted in insecurity. A 2020 study in the Journal of Veterinary Behavior showed that dogs who rarely play alone or separate from their owners are more likely to develop social anxiety, fear loud noises, and struggle with confidence. It's like a child who never leaves their parents' side, growing up scared of the world. Start small. Before leaving the room, toss a few treats for them to hunt. Teach them to stay and wait. When you return, praise them. After a few weeks, you'll see the change. They'll learn to be alone and be okay. Love isn't always about being side by side. Sometimes giving space is a beautiful form of love. And if you've seen them curled up on your pillow like it's their throne, just wait for the next sign, sign 9. Sleeping on your pillow and thinking it's theirs. What's more adorable than walking into your room at night and seeing your dog curled up right on your pillow? They choose the spot with your scent because it feels safest. According to Dr. Stanley Coren, dogs often seek out places with their owner's smell for comfort. So yes, it's sweet. But when it becomes a nightly habit, boundaries start to fade. Dogs are great at learning patterns. Today it's the pillow, tomorrow it's your whole bed, and soon you're clinging to the edge while they spread out like royalty. If you try to scoot over, they give you that look. How dare you take my spot? At that point, it's no longer just adorable, it's territorial. You don't have to ban them from the bed. Just set gentle boundaries. Pick a specific part of the bed for them or give them a cozy bed right next to yours. To a dog, space is a quiet reminder. You belong here, but you're not in charge here. And if you think bed sharing is harmless, the next sign might show how never saying no can send the wrong message. Chatati. Sign 10. gets away with bad behavior. Chewed up slippers, a torn pillow, or a little puddle on the floor, you just sigh, look at them, and chuckle. It's okay, they're just a baby. That moment, you just taught them, you can do anything and nothing will happen. Behavior experts say dogs don't understand forgiveness the way we do. They only understand, I did this and no one stopped me. If you never correct the behavior, they'll keep doing it, not out of defiance, but because no one ever told them it was wrong. A happy dog is one who understands boundaries. When you calmly guide them, not yelling but also not ignoring, they feel safe and led. Discipline doesn't kill love. It makes it stronger, more balanced, and longer lasting. And if you think letting it go is the kindest thing you can do, the final sign will show how too much love can actually make them feel over-responsible. Sign on 11. Overprotective. Barking at even friendly guests. A friend drops by and your dog goes wild, barking non-stop, jumping up, alert and suspicious like it's guarding a castle. You might feel proud. Look how loyal they are. But it's more than loyalty, it's fear of losing you. Research from applied animal behavior science shows that dogs with separation anxiety often bark excessively and develop a keep the owner to myself mindset. They're not being aggressive, they're just scared, and they think the outside world is a threat. But living in constant alert is stressful. Help them feel safe by managing the situation. Introduce guests from a distance, let your dog sniff them, and reward calm behavior. Over time, they'll learn, my human is safe. I don't need to be on guard all the time. Because true love isn't about exhausting yourself protecting someone, it's knowing both of you are safe. Maybe you saw yourself in a few of these signs and felt a bit guilty. But that's okay. It only means you truly love your dog. Loving isn't wrong, but sometimes love needs the right structure so both of you can be happy. Remember, a dog doesn't need a perfect owner. It just needs someone patient enough to help them become the best version of themselves. In the next video, I'll share simple ways to make your dog truly happy. Not through treats or toys, but through emotional connection. For now, take a look at your dog. Did you recognize any of these signs? Tell me in the comments.